Behave yourself. They're recording you. During a family dinner, I received this message from an unknown number, and my relatives continue to laugh as if nothing has happened. That day, I find cameras in the bathroom, bedroom, everywhere. But the worst part is when I find out who installed them. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and let us know where you are listening in the comments. My phone buzzed during Ruby's real estate story, the third one tonight. She was talking fast, hands moving, something about a Paradise Valley listing she totally nailed. I pulled the phone out. Casual, just checking. Act normal, they're recording you. Unknown number. My hands stopped. Half a second. 30 years profiling criminals taught me to control every muscle in my face, but my heart kicked my ribs hard enough to crack them. I looked up. Everyone smiled back. Ruby kept talking. Nathaniel worked his steak with surgical precision. Nash and Adeline had their phones out. Again. When did 15-year-olds start filming dinner? I set the phone down. Face up this time. That's wonderful, honey. No idea what she just said. Ruby beamed. Right? The commission alone paid for Nash's braces. Nathaniel cut another perfect piece of meat. How's your memory these days, Alonzo? Any issues? The roast chicken on my plate looked like evidence. Everything looked like evidence. Memory's fine, I forced a laugh. Why? You planning to quiz me? Just concerned. Ruby touched my hand. You're 68 now, Dad. We want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. 68. She said it like a diagnosis. I'd retired 3 years ago from Phoenix PD, spent 30 years as their forensic psychologist. I knew concern when I saw it. This wasn't concern. Nash pointed his phone at me. Grandpa, tell us about the serial confessor case again. Told you that one 3 times, kiddo. But I want to record it. His thumb was already on the button. For a school project. What kind of project? Adeline jumped in. Psychology. Nash is doing psychology. In 9th grade, I grinned at him. Ambitious. Nash wasn't taking psychology. I knew his schedule. Ruby sent me a copy last month, making sure I could keep track of the grandkids' activities. No psychology, just algebra and world history and PE. I told the story anyway, made myself ramble, lost track halfway through, laughed about it. Where was I? Ruby and Nathaniel swapped looks. Quick, practiced. Nash's phone never moved. You said he confessed to 17 murders, Nathaniel prompted, but only committed 3. Right, the guy loved attention. I rubbed my forehead. Or was it 4? Hell, it's been years. Ruby wrote something in her phone. I kept eating, kept smiling. Inside, my mind cataloged everything. Ruby insisted on this dinner after 2 months of radio silence. Nathaniel kept steering questions toward my daily routines. The kids kept asking me to repeat stories about things I barely remembered mentioning. What did you have for breakfast yesterday? Nathaniel leaned back. Ruby's trying this new diet, wants to know what normal people eat. Normal people. I chewed slowly. Yesterday? Let's see. Pause. Let them wait. Eggs, I think, or was that Thursday? Nathaniel leaned forward. You're not sure? I'm 68, Nate. Sometimes toast is toast. I grinned. You'll understand when you hit my age. He pulled out his phone, typed something. That tag Hoyer on his wrist cost $3,000. I knew because I'd arrested a guy who stole one once. Nathaniel wore his desperation on his wrist. 3 failed startups in 5 years. Ruby told me during one of her rare honest conversations, back when she still had those. Dad, remember that Grand Canyon trip? Ruby's voice went up half an octave. You told us about it last month. I never told them about any Grand Canyon trip. Of course, sweetheart. Which part? The part where you forgot where you parked? You said you couldn't find the car for an hour. I pushed chicken around my plate. Did I? Must have been the heat. Phoenix in summer, you know? Her shoulders relaxed. Exactly. The heat. The kid with the phone, Nash, my grandson, the one who used to beg me for bedtime stories, kept filming. His face looked wrong, uncomfortable. Following orders he didn't understand. Adeline asked about dessert. 13 years old, still innocent enough to actually want to spend time with her grandfather. She didn't know she was being used as bait. After pie, store-bought, Ruby didn't bake anymore. Nathaniel cleared his throat. Alonzo, we'd love for you to come to our place next Saturday. Family meeting. Family meeting? I set down my fork. Sounds serious. Just some things we need to discuss. His smile showed too many teeth. About the future. Your future, really. Cold touched my spine. My future? I'm not planning on going anywhere. Ruby spoke too fast. Of course not. We just want to make sure you're taken care of. I take care of myself just fine, honey. For now. Nathaniel dabbed his mouth with my napkin. The words hung there. For now. Like a threat gift wrapped in concern. They left around 9. Hugs at the door. Ruby held on too long. Love you, Dad. See you Saturday. Love you too. I meant it. That was the worst part. I closed the door, turned back to my empty living room. My eye caught something. The smoke detector in the corner. Had it always had that tiny black dot in the center? I stood perfectly still. That's not an LED. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Check your bedroom. They've been watching for weeks. I looked up at the smoke detector. If I was right, someone was watching me right now. Watching me read this text. Watching me understand. Time to find out who'd been playing surveillance games in my house. The hunter just became the hunted. Whoever they were, they forgot something. I spent 30 years hunting people who thought they were smart. The smoke detector stared back. Tiny black dot. Could be nothing. Could be a lens. After 30 years profiling criminals, I knew the difference between paranoia and pattern recognition. This was pattern recognition. I walked to the kitchen, didn't look up directly. My reflection in the microwave door showed the living room behind me. The detector captured everything from that angle. The couch, the chair where I did crosswords, everything. The text said, check the bedroom, multiple cameras. They've been watching for weeks. I poured whiskey. My hand shook. Not from fear, from rage. Someone violated my home. My daughter helped them do it. No. I saw her face tonight. She knew. The question wasn't whether Ruby was involved. The question was how deep this went. The bedroom first. I stood in the doorway, scanning. Elevated positions, new objects, power sources. Basic crime scene protocol. The smoke detector above my bed was identical to the one in the living room. Same model, same tiny black dot. I pulled my desk chair over, stood on it. Examined the detector up close without touching it. Professional equipment. Wi-Fi enabled, probably, motion activated, the kind that costs real money. Air vent next, I said to the empty room. The bathroom vent cover had 4 screws. Only 3 had paint on them. Someone removed this recently. Behind the vent, another camera, smaller, aimed at the shower. My daughter put a camera in my bathroom. If there's a hell, I said quietly, there's a special place for people who surveil their parents' bathroom habits, right next to people who talk in movie theaters. The kitchen took longer. Where would I hide one? High angle, power source. The wall clock. Ruby gave me that last Christmas. Heavy embossed wrapping paper, the expensive kind. She'd said she saw it and thought of me. Right. I lifted it off the wall carefully. Evidence preservation habits die hard. Camera inside. Sony. Professional grade. About $400. Times 8, I said. I found them all by midnight. 8 total. Bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living room, garage, home office. Fake book spine on the shelf. Clever. Even the guest bedroom. $3,200 in equipment, plus installation, plus cloud storage. Someone invested $5,000 into watching me eat cereal. I tried calling the unknown number. This number does not accept incoming calls. Texted instead. Who are you? Nothing. How many cameras? Nothing. Are you watching me right now? 5 minutes passed. Then, check your bathroom, behind vent. That's not an answer. You're a psychologist. You know why. Money, always money. Who are you? 3 dots appeared, disappeared. The number went dead. I sat at my kitchen table. 2:30 a.m., poured more whiskey. Opened my laptop. Typed, how to tell if someone is trying to declare you incompetent. Then, Arizona conservatorship laws. Then, fighting guardianship proceedings. Hit enter. Read for an hour. Conservatorship. That's what this was. They were building a case that I couldn't manage my own affairs. The cameras would show me confused, forgetful, disoriented. Ruby's concerned questions established a baseline. Nathaniel's probing confirmed decline. The grandkids' videos documented it. My house was worth $580,000, paid off. 20 years of mortgage payments, done. Plus retirement accounts, savings, the collections I'd built up over decades, about $1.2 million total. Ruby was drowning. Real estate in Phoenix was brutal right now. Nathaniel had 3 failed startups bleeding them dry. They needed money. I had money. Simple math. At 3 a.m., exhaustion hit. I closed the laptop. Then I froze. Stupid. My voice cut through the silence. Stupid. I paced the kitchen. If they had cameras, they probably had my computer too, either catching my screen through the footage or spyware I hadn't found yet. Those searches just told them I knew something was wrong. First rule of investigation: never let the suspect know you're onto them. I sat down hard. And what do? I Google conservatorship at 2 a.m. like a complete amateur. 30 years on the force. Compromised an investigation because I was tired and it was my daughter. I went to bed, didn't sleep. The camera above my head recorded every toss and turn. At 8 a.m., I got up, made coffee, Sunday morning, sat at the kitchen table with the crossword puzzle, playing the elderly retiree for the audience. My phone buzzed at 10. Ruby, Dad, just checking in. How did you sleep? She never checked in the morning after seeing me. Never. This was performance. She wanted me to say I slept poorly, was confused, felt disoriented. More documentation. I typed, slept great, honey. 8 hours solid, feel like a new man. Sent. 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Ruby. Oh, good. That's good. I could practically feel her disappointment through the phone. Another text, different number, also unknown. Don't look up. Someone's at your door. Let them in. Trust me. I froze. Doorbell rang. The peephole showed a teenager, 19 maybe. ASU computer science hoodie, laptop under one arm. Looked nervous as hell. I opened the door 6 inches. Can I help you? The kid glanced at the smoke detector in my entry hall, spoke quietly. Mr. Garrett, I'm the one who texted you. I'm Riff. I live across the street with my grandmother. He turned his laptop screen toward me. My living room. From the camera's perspective. Live feed. Split screen showing 8 different angles. All 8 cameras, all broadcasting. I've been recording everything they've recorded, he said. For 6 weeks, I have proof of what they're planning. I looked at this teenager, this stranger, holding evidence of my daughter's betrayal on a laptop screen. You better come in. Behind me, the camera in the living room watched us both. And somewhere in Scottsdale, someone was watching too, realizing their plan just got complicated. The kid stands in my entryway holding that laptop like it's evidence at a crime scene. He keeps glancing at the smoke detector, back at me, detector again. His grandmother's house is across the street, white colonial with pink roses. Mrs. Tucker. I've waved to her for 15 years. Never knew her grandson was a hacker. You want coffee? I close the door. You look like you need it. I don't drink coffee. His voice cracks. 19 maybe. The ASU hoodie has a stain on it. I probably should start. I lead him past the living room camera. Let them see me with a visitor. Let them wonder. The kitchen has a camera too, inside Ruby's Christmas clock. But Riff already knows about all of them. 6 weeks of recordings, he said. He sets the laptop on my kitchen table. His fingers shake. I wasn't trying to spy on you, Mr. Garrett, I swear. I was testing software for my cybersecurity class, and... Kid, breathe. I pull out a chair. Start from the beginning. What software? Network penetration testing. Scans for vulnerabilities in closed systems. Usually finds nothing but your house. He opens the laptop. There was this weird isolated network. 8 devices, all broadcasting. And you thought, what? Home security? At first, but then I saw the angles. His screen shows 8 camera feeds. Live, my living room from 4 angles, my bedroom, my bathroom. Security cameras face doors, windows. These face you, just you. I stare at my own house displayed like a zoo exhibit. How long have you been watching? 6 weeks. He won't meet my eyes. I know, it's invasion of privacy, but I didn't know what to do. My grandmother talks about you. You seem nice. And these cameras felt wrong. 6 weeks, every shower, every meal, every crossword puzzle. Show me the worst one. My voice sounds distant. The one that made you text me, he types. Tuesday, May 6th, 2:47 p.m. You weren't home. The screen shows my living room. Ruby and Nathaniel walking through like they own it. Ruby holds a leather journal, takes notes. Nathaniel's voice comes through clear. Morning routine is perfect, shows confusion about daily tasks. I wasn't confused. My fist hits the table. I was making breakfast. I know, I watched. Eggs and toast, like you do every Tuesday. Ruby on screen. What if he gets suspicious? Nathaniel. He won't. He trusts you. That's the beauty of it. I watch my daughter nod. Agree. Keep taking notes. Jesus, Ruby? There's more. Riff's finger hovers over the keyboard. Want me to? Show me everything. An hour passes, maybe 2. Footage of Ruby's visits, 8 times in 6 weeks. Just checking on you, Dad. Nathaniel came twice when I was golfing. April 15th, he's in my office. Opens my desk drawer, the one with financial documents, photographs everything with his phone, bank statements, investment accounts, property deed. Ruby stands at the door like a lookout. They've practiced this. These cameras. I pause the footage. How sophisticated? Sony, professional surveillance grade, 400-500 each, not Amazon purchases, the kind security companies use. Cloud storage? Encrypted. I intercepted the feed before encryption, so I have raw footage. But I don't know what they've kept or deleted on their end. But you have 6 weeks solid, time-stamped, every second, all 8 angles. I lean back, 30 years of forensic psychology clicking into place. That's legal evidence, son. You just became my star witness. His nervous laugh cracks. I didn't hack illegally. I just found an open door and walked through it, digitally. 2 months of footage and we have a case. I replay Nathaniel's words. What case? I researched it after hearing that. Riff pulls up files on his laptop. Conservatorship? Like guardianship for adults who can't take care of themselves. I know what conservatorship is. The coffee tastes bitter. I testified in 5 cases during my career. Oh, right, you were a cop. Forensic psychologist. I evaluated people for competency hearings. His eyes widen. Oh shit. Yeah, they picked the wrong target. I stand, pace. Why did you help me? You could have ignored this. My grandmother, she's 81, lives alone, and I think about... He stops. What if someone did this to her? Put cameras in her house? Tried to take her home? You're a good kid, Orville. Everyone calls me Riff. Riff. I sit back down. I need your help, all of it. Can I count on you? He sits straighter. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you need. First, keep recording. Second, don't tell anyone, not even your grandmother. Third, if they find out you warned me, deny everything. Understand? You think they'd come after me? They put cameras in my bathroom, kid. I don't know what they'd do. We spend another hour making copies. 3 external drives. 1 stays with Riff. 1 I'll hide in my garage, inside an old lawnmower. 1 goes to my lawyer tomorrow. After Riff leaves, I sit alone with the drives, pull out my phone, scroll through contacts. Rosalind Webb, attorney. We worked together years ago. She was a public defender. I evaluated her clients. Straight shooter. She answers on the 3rd ring. Alonzo, it's been 3 years. How's retirement? Complicated. I need a lawyer, family law, conservatorship defense. Her tone changes. Someone's trying to declare you incompetent? My daughter and son-in-law. They've had me under surveillance for 6 weeks. I have proof. Jesus, come to my office tomorrow, morning. 8 o'clock. Bring everything. Documents, evidence, timeline. We need to move fast if they're already building a case. Rosalind, this is going to get ugly. Then we better get uglier first. See you tomorrow. I hang up. The evidence drives sit in front of me. My daughter's betrayal, time-stamped and organized. My phone rings. Ruby. I stare at it. 3 rings. Should I answer? Breaking pattern would look suspicious. The cameras are watching. Hey, honey. Voice normal. Easy. Dad, I was just thinking about you. How was your Sunday? Quiet. Did some reading. Took a walk. All true, just incomplete. That's nice. Listen, about next Saturday. The family meeting in Scottsdale. What time works? Their tribunal. Whatever works for you and Nathaniel. 2 o'clock. We can have late lunch after. Sure. Pause. She's waiting for something. Dad, did you have any visitors today? My blood stops. Visitors? I thought I saw a car I didn't recognize. At Mrs. Tucker's. Just wondered if anyone stopped by. She's been watching, or having someone watch. Nope. 30 years interrogating suspects taught me how to lie. Just me and the Sunday crossword? Oh, okay. Well, if anyone does come by, salespeople, neighbors, whatever, maybe don't let them in. I worry about you. People take advantage of old people. I finish. I know, honey. I'm careful. I know you are. Love you, Dad. Love you too. I hang up, stare at the phone. She asked about visitors. Somehow she knows. My phone buzzes, text, unknown number, not riffs, new one. They're accelerating. Cameras disappeared from your house this morning while you were with the kid. Check. I walk through my house. Living room smoke detector, empty. Kitchen clock, empty. Bedroom, empty. Bathroom, empty. All 8 cameras, gone. They took the evidence. They know I know. The war just started early. The cameras are gone, all of them. I checked 3 times, Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Rosalind Webb's office on Central Avenue, downtown Phoenix. I'm trying to explain how I lost the only physical evidence. They took them, Sunday night, between 7 and when I went to bed. Rosalind taps her pen against a legal pad. She's 60, looks 50, sharp gray suit, sharper eyes. We worked 12 cases together when I was with Phoenix PD. She never lost. But the kid, Riff, he has recordings. 6 weeks, every camera, time-stamped. Then you didn't lose evidence. You lost hardware. She leans forward. They made a mistake. They think removing cameras removes the problem. But they don't know about Riff. I nod. My hands shake. First time in 30 years. They're accelerating. Ruby called, asking about visitors. She knows something. Good. Good. When people panic, they make mistakes. Let them panic. We build your defense. She opens a folder. Walk me through your finances. Savings, $53,000. Investments, $287,000. IRA, $125,000. House paid off, worth about $580,000. She writes. Total approximately $920,000. I didn't realize that's almost $1 million. That's motive. Her pen taps. Conservator gets control of everything. Can sell the house, liquidate investments, manage your affairs legally, and take a fee. Arizona allows reasonable compensation. Could be 5% annually. That's $46,000 a year, plus billing for time spent. Jesus. Worse, they decide where you live. Could force you into assisted living, sell the house. She looks up. You'd have no say. The office suddenly feels smaller. Arizona conservatorship requires clear and convincing evidence, Rosalind continues. High bar, medical evidence primarily. 2 independent physicians must certify you're unable to meet essential requirements for physical health, safety, self-care, or unable to manage finances. I'm managing fine. I know, but they'll argue the cameras show otherwise. He forgets what he ate. He can't recall conversations. Appears confused about daily tasks. Lies. All lies. Doesn't matter if it looks convincing on video. Doctors watch footage, see an old man who seems disoriented. I was choosing between bread types. Her small smile. I believe you. But we need to prove it. She sends me to a neuropsychologist, Dr. Helen Yamamoto. Nice office, expensive furniture. Tests for 2 hours. Count backwards from 100 by 7s. Remember 3 words. Apple, table, penny. Draw a clock showing 3:15. I drew a good clock. Not Picasso, but functional. She scored me 95th percentile for my age. I wanted to frame it for Ruby. Lunch with Arnold Pierce at Local First. He's my former partner. 8 years together on Phoenix PD. Retired 2 years before me. Good guy, solid. Arnold, good to see you, man. He sits down. You sounded serious on the phone. What's going on? I lower my voice. Family troubles. Ruby and Nathaniel have been surveilling me. Cameras in my house. Planning conservatorship. His shock looks genuine. What? Ruby? Your daughter? Found 8 cameras, 6 weeks of surveillance. I have recordings of them discussing it. I don't know what to say. Do you have a lawyer? Rosalind Webb, building a defense. What can I do? Just, if you hear anything, character witnesses might help if this goes to court. Absolutely. Whatever you need. He leans forward. This is wrong, Alonzo. Family shouldn't do this. Relief floods through me. Law enforcement backup. How much evidence do you have? Like, specifically? 6 weeks of recordings, time-stamped, their voices planning everything. He nods, remembering details. And where are the cameras now? They took them, Sunday night. But the recordings are safe? Yeah, multiple copies. Good, that's good. Pause. Keep me posted, okay? We finish lunch. Talk about old cases. Laugh about department politics. When we part, I feel better. Less alone. That was Monday afternoon, 2 o'clock. Tuesday morning, I wake up and walk through my house. Check camera locations one more time. Living room, still empty. Kitchen, still empty. They're really gone. My phone rings. Riff. The cameras are gone, I say before he can speak. What? Every single one. They came in and took them. Must have been Monday night. Do you still want the recordings? Because I have... Yes. Are they safe? 3 copies. One at my place, one external drive I buried in grandmother's garden. You buried it? Waterproof case. No one's finding it. And one uploaded to encrypted cloud storage. You're a genius, kid. I'm paranoid. There's a difference. Pause. How did they know to remove the cameras so fast? Long silence. The answer hits me cold. I made a mistake, trusted someone I shouldn't have. Arnold asked very specific questions. Where are the recordings? How much evidence exactly? Who's your lawyer? Not how are you holding up, or this must be devastating. He was gathering intelligence, and I handed it to him. Because I was emotional, because I wanted an ally, because I forgot. Everyone has their own agenda. Arnold's agenda just happened to align with Nathaniel's golf handicap. Tuesday night. I sit in my living room. No cameras now. Ironically feels less safe. Pour whiskey. Stare at the wall where the smoke detector used to be. Maybe I should just let it go. Give Ruby and Nathaniel money. Tell them to back off. They're desperate. Nathaniel's failed businesses, Ruby's struggling career. Is destroying my relationship with my daughter worth it? With my grandchildren? They put cameras in my bathroom. They photographed my financial documents. They plan to take my home, my independence, my dignity, with smiles, with "I love you, Dad." If I let this go, I'm not keeping peace. I'm rewarding betrayal, teaching them cruelty has no consequences. That family means immunity from decency. I drain the whiskey, pick up my phone, text Rosalind. File everything. We go to war. Wednesday morning, 10:15. Mailman arrives same as always. Bill, advertisement, junk, and one official envelope. Arizona Superior Court, Maricopa County. My hands go cold. Petition for appointment of conservator. Petitioner, Ruby Garrett Payne. Respondent, Alonzo James Garrett. Filed, May 14th, 2 days ago. Before I met with Arnold, they were already moving. Attached, statement from Dr. Ramon Alvarez, licensed psychologist. Evaluation conducted April 28th. Mr. Garrett demonstrates significant cognitive impairment, including memory deficits, confusion regarding daily tasks, disorientation, and inability to manage routine activities. Professional opinion. Requires conservatorship to protect health and financial interests. I stare at the name, Dr. Ramon Alvarez. Never heard of him, never met him, never had an evaluation on April 28th. I was playing golf that day. I have the scorecard. The evaluation is fake. The doctor signed a fake evaluation. This isn't betrayal, it's fraud. My phone rings. Rosalind. You got the petition? Yeah, they filed 2 days ago. I know, just got served as your attorney of record. Alonzo, there's something else. What? The hearing is scheduled, June 3rd, 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks, lightning speed. Rosalind, I've never met this Dr. Alvarez. This evaluation is fabricated. Long pause. Then we have them. Medical fraud, perjury, false statements to court. But Alonzo? Yeah? We need to prove it, fast, because if we can't prove that evaluation is fake by June 3rd, a judge might believe it. And if a judge believes it, she doesn't finish. If the judge believes it, I lose everything. Saturday, 2 o'clock. The address Ruby texted is North Scottsdale, gated community where houses cost more than most people make in lifetimes. I've been here twice. Nash's 13th birthday, Christmas 2 years ago, back when I thought my daughter loved me for reasons beyond my bank account. I park my Toyota next to Nathaniel's BMW, next to Ruby's Mercedes. Two cars worth combined $120,000, and they need my money. The math doesn't math, as Riff would say. The door opens before I knock. Ruby in a cream dress that probably cost what I spend on groceries in 3 months. Smile too bright, eyes too careful. Dad, right on time. I'm always on time, honey. Inside smells like expensive candles and desperation. The living room is staged, Nathaniel on the leather couch, 2 chairs facing him, and a man I don't recognize. 50s, gray suit, leather portfolio, that particular smile that says, I charge $400 an hour. This isn't a family meeting. This is an ambush. Mr. Garrett, thank you for coming. The suit stands. I'm Randall Foster. I work with families during transitional periods. Transitional periods. I sit without being asked. What kind of transition? Ruby jumps in. Dad, we just want to make sure you have support. As you get older, I'm 68, not 88, and I have support. Friends, golf buddies, my son calls twice a week. Nathaniel leans forward. But Archer lives in Canada. That's far if something happens. Something like what? Uncomfortable pause. Randall tries again. Just general aging concerns, health issues, memory, daily management. My health is fine. Blood pressure's 125/80. Memory's sharp. I can tell you every conversation we've had for the past year. Want to try me? Randall's smile tightens. Billable hours ticking. This meeting was probably costing them $800. I almost felt bad making their investment worthless. Almost. Then I remembered the bathroom camera. Have you had any trouble managing finances? Randall asks. Bills, accounts, that sort of thing. No trouble at all. Balance my checkbook monthly. Investment portfolio's up 7% this year. Property taxes paid on time. Want to see my spreadsheets? Nathaniel tries. That's great, Alonzo, but as we age, these things can become overwhelming. Speaking of overwhelming, how's your business, Nate? The consulting firm. I ran into Gary Miller at the golf club. He mentioned your Series A funding fell through. Nathaniel's face goes white. 5 colors in 10 seconds. White to pink to red to purple to something I'd call, oh shit, burgundy. Like watching a mood ring and fast forward. Gary said that? He's concerned. Wondered if you needed advice. Ruby jumps in. Dad, we're not here to talk about Nathaniel's business. No? I thought we were talking about financial management. Nathaniel manages finances too. How's that going? Randall tries redirecting. Mr. Garrett, your family is worried. Give me an example. Ruby's turned to squirm. You seem forgetful sometimes. When I call, you don't always remember our conversations. Give me an example. Last month, Easter. You didn't remember we'd talked about it. We never talked about Easter. I spent it with the Hendersons next door, Frank and Marcia, Ham. Their daughter was visiting from Tucson. You didn't call about Easter, Ruby. Her mouth opens, closes. One of us is forgetting things. Maybe it's not me. Nathaniel's jaw clenches so hard I worry about his dental work. Veneers aren't cheap, and with his business debts, he probably can't afford repairs. Alonzo, we just want to help. Living alone at your age, my age, 68, same age Harrison Ford did another Indiana Jones movie. What age requires help exactly? Randall, it's not about age, it's about support systems. I have support systems. What I don't have is $300,000 in business debt and a mortgage I can barely afford. Stunned silence. Nathaniel, I don't have... You drive a BMW 7 Series. Ruby drives a Mercedes GLC. This house is what, 4,000 square feet? Property tax alone is probably $15,000 a year. Ruby sold how many houses this quarter? Ruby goes defensive. The market's slow. I know. So supporting this lifestyle on irregular income must be stressful. That's the kind of financial management challenge I'd worry about. If I were doing the worrying. I stand. This has been illuminating. Thank you, Randall. We haven't finished. Oh, I think we have. You've evaluated me. I've evaluated you. Seems fair. Ruby blocks the door. Dad, please, we're trying to help. Here's some help, Ruby. If you need money, ask. I'm your father. I'd consider it. But these games? I gesture at the setup. These psychological manipulations? This isn't help. This is something else. Nathaniel. We're not... Yes, you are. And here's what you should know. I spent 30 years interviewing people who lied to me. Murderers, thieves, con artists, people who thought they could manipulate a forensic psychologist. I pause at the door. I caught every single one. I walk out. Behind me, silence. Then urgent whispered argument begins. Driving home, windows down, Phoenix heat pouring in. Victory tastes good even in 100-degree weather. I park in my driveway. Riff sits on my porch, laptop open, looking agitated. What's wrong? He turns the laptop, audio waveform playing. Ruby's voice. Can't believe he did that. He knows, Nate. Nathaniel. Doesn't matter, we move forward. The fake evaluation is already filed. Ruby. What if he proves it's fake? Nathaniel. How? He's never met Alvarez. Can't prove a negative. Ruby. He's smarter than we thought. What if... Nathaniel. Then we make him look dangerous, unstable, threatening, force the judge's hand. Ruby. How? Nathaniel, long pause. I have an idea, but you won't like it. Recording ends. Where'd you get this? Listening device in your daughter's car, 2 days ago. Magnetic recorder under wheel well. Voice activated? That's illegal. So are cameras in your bathroom. Fair point. What's his idea? Riff shakes his head. Recording ended. They went inside. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. They're going to file a restraining order. Claim you threatened Ruby at today's meeting. Part of their pattern. Show you're volatile. Watch your back. I stare at the text. Who sent that? Riff asks. No idea. You have a lot of mysterious helpers. Apparently. The sun sets. Temperature drops below 100. So what do we do? Riff asks. I smile. Not a nice smile. The smile I used to give suspects who thought they were clever. We do what I always did when someone tried to outmaneuver me. What's that? We get there first. Sunday morning. Rosalind's office is closed, but she's here anyway. Lawyers who bill $400 an hour don't take Sundays off when their clients are being played. A restraining order. She reads the text I forwarded. Classic abuse of process. They'll claim you were threatening, aggressive, made them fear for safety. I offered to help them financially, which they'll twist into something sinister. He tried to manipulate us with money. He became hostile when we refused. Standard conservatorship playbook. Downtown Phoenix is empty through her window. Sunday quiet. The calm before war goes loud. So they're accelerating. Yes, which means we accelerate too. She pulls out a document. I have an idea. It's risky, it's aggressive, and it will absolutely piss them off. I'm listening. We give them money. I blink. What? We give them exactly what they want, with strings attached. Rosalind's gift agreement is a masterpiece. 8 pages of legal prose so dense you'd need a law degree and strong coffee to parse it. The penalty clause is buried on page 6, paragraph 3, subsection D, nestled between irrevocable gift stipulations and donor rights preservation. Beautiful. Like watching someone set up a mousetrap using a W-9 form and a notary stamp. They want money, we give them money. Rosalind taps the document. It's psychological warfare. They're building a case that you're incompetent with finances. We prove you're generous and strategic. By giving them $50,000. With conditions they won't read carefully. People in financial crisis don't see fine print. They see dollar signs. And if they do read it, then they face a choice. Accept money and drop the case, or reject money and look like the greedy children they are. Either way, we win. Tuesday morning. My bank transfers $50,000 contingent on signed acceptance. Ruby calls Nathaniel. I know because Riff's device catches it. He sent us money, $50,000. What's the catch? There's a legal agreement, 8 pages. Rosalind Webb drafted it. His lawyer? It's definitely a trap. But it's $50,000, Nate. We need this. The mortgage is due. The credit cards are maxed. Let me see it. Pause. Pages rustling through phone speaker. It's a gift agreement. Standard stuff. No repayment clause. Looks clean. You're sure? I've read contracts. This is fine. It's just him trying to play nice. Probably guilt. Or a bribe to drop the case. We're not dropping anything. We take the money and proceed. He gave it as a gift. Can't take it back. Are you sure that's legal? It's a gift, Ruby. Gifts are final. Sign it. We need this money. They sign. Submit. Wednesday morning, 50,000 appears in Ruby's checking account. Nathaniel ordered Chilean sea bass that night, $42, celebrating his future control of my assets by spending his current credit card debt. The irony was delicious, more delicious than Chilean sea bass, probably. Riff's recorder catches everything. Once conservatorship goes through, and it will, that evaluation is solid. We list the house immediately. Dad loves that house. Dad will be in assisted living. He won't need a 4-bedroom house. Market value is probably $580, no mortgage. So $580 clear, minus our debts, minus your sister's loan. Your sister, I never borrowed from her. Right, my sister. Call it $290 in debts total. Leaves about $290 clear, plus his savings $340. We're looking at $630 liquid assets. That's a lot of money. That's solving all our problems money. Business gets invested, we pay off everything, we're clear. And Dad? Dad will be fine. Assisted living costs like $4,000 a month. He'll have Medicare, Social Security. We'll visit. Ruby, quiet. Will we? Friday morning. Ruby calls Nathaniel, panicked. I was reviewing the gift agreement. There's a clause. What clause? Page 6, paragraph 3. If we initiate legal action challenging his competency within a year, we return the money with 20% penalty plus his legal fees. Long pause. What? It's right here. Any legal proceedings, including but not limited to conservatorship, guardianship. Let me see that. Rustling. Son of a bitch. We spent $12,000 already. Mortgage, credit cards. I see it. I see it now. How did I miss this? You said you read it. I did read it. 8 pages of legal jargon. So what do? If we proceed with the case, we forfeit the money, plus 20%, plus his lawyer fees. That's like $80,000. I can do math, Ruby. Don't snap at me. This is your fault. You said it was clean. My fault? You signed it too. Because you said it was fine. The bank calls me Friday afternoon. Fraud department. Mr. Garrett, someone attempted to access your investment account online. Wrong password 3 times, then tried to reset using security questions. We flagged it, locked the account. Was this you? No, I don't bank online. I use the branch. Nathaniel couldn't guess my password after photographing my entire office. My password is Phoenix PD 198 Asif, the year I joined. It's written in my desk calendar, visible in his camera photos. He had the answer and still failed. This is the man trying to prove I'm incompetent. The universe has a sense of humor. Monday at the bank, the branch manager mentions, "Your daughter called last week asking about adding herself to your accounts, just in case of emergency. We told her we'd need you present. Is everything okay?" Ruby was trying to get on my accounts before the conservatorship. Building access, positioning herself. Friday night. Riff's device catches their fight. "You tried to access his bank account?" Ruby's voice is shrill, dangerous. "I was just checking. They locked his account. Now there's a fraud flag. Nobody knows it was me. It was from our home computer, our IP address. I used a VPN. You used a what? You called me last week asking how to clear browser history." Nathaniel's face must be red. I can hear it in his silence. "I was trying to help. We need his current balances. We have his balances from when you photographed his documents. Those were 3 months old. So you committed fraud to get updated numbers? It's not fraud if it's your father-in-law. Yes, it literally is." Silence. 2 desperate people realizing they're drowning and neither can swim. Ruby's voice drops. "We're going to jail. We're not. We faked a psychological evaluation. We put cameras in his house. We tried to access his bank accounts. We signed a gift agreement that prohibits the conservatorship. What part of this doesn't end with us in jail?" No answer. "This was your idea. The conservatorship. The cameras, Dr. Alvarez, all of it. You said it would be easy. It should have been easy. He's 68, lives alone. Textbook. He's a forensic psychologist who spent 30 years catching criminals. How did you think this would be easy? You agreed. Because you said we had no choice. Because you said we'd lose everything. We will lose everything. The business is underwater. The debts are drowning us. I had to try something. Not this. Not destroying my father. Your father who you see twice a year, who you called emotionally unavailable for 20 years, now he's precious? The slap echoes through the recording, sharp, clean. Don't ever say I don't love my father. You love his money, and you love spending it. Marriage cracking audibly, Monday night, 9:30. My doorbell rings. Through the peephole, Nash, 15, alone, face red from crying. I open the door. Nash, what are you doing here? Where are your parents? Home, fighting. I took Mom's car. I don't have a license, but I had to talk to you. Come in. He's tall, gangly, basketball shorts and hoodie. Grabbed whatever was closest, hands shaking. Grandpa, I need to tell you something. I didn't know, not until today. I thought we were just visiting, taking videos for memories. I didn't know they were using them for... Nash, slow down. They're trying to take your house, your money. They set up cameras and lied to doctors, and I helped. I recorded you. I asked questions to make you seem confused. I didn't know, but I did it anyway. I don't hate you. You should. I helped them. You're 15. You did what your parents told you. That's not your fault. Yes, it is. I should have questioned. He gulps air. They're fighting. Really fighting. Mom slapped Dad, and he said if this doesn't work, he's filing bankruptcy and leaving. Just leaving us. Leaving Mom and me and Adeline with nothing. My blood freezes. He said that? I heard him. He didn't know I was listening. He said, if Alonzo wins, I'm out. I'm not going down with this ship. You're on your own. Riff stops typing. I know what they did is wrong. I know you're probably never going to forgive Mom. But Adeline and me, we love you, and I'm so sorry. I hug my grandson, this tall, sobbing teenager who drove illegally across Phoenix to apologize for something that wasn't his fault. You don't apologize for them. Their choices aren't your responsibility. But what happens now? If they go to jail? If Dad leaves? Where do we go? My phone buzzes. Unknown number. June 3rd hearing canceled. Ruby withdrawing petition. But Nathaniel isn't. He filed separately. Solo conservatorship bid. He's cutting her out. I read it twice. Nathaniel filed separately. Without Ruby. The family isn't fracturing. Tuesday morning, Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. I haven't seen my son in 4 months. When Archer walks through arrivals, he looks like he aged a year. Dad, he hugs me, hard, long. You didn't have to fly down. Yes, I did. Nash called crying. Said Mom's trying to steal your house. Said you're fighting this alone. I'm not alone. I have Rosalind and Riff. A lawyer and a teenager. Great team. He picks up his carry-on. Now you have me, and I brought something. In the parking garage, he pulls out a tablet, opens a file. I hired a private investigator, Seattle's best, cost me $12,000, worth every penny. Court filing, Maricopa County Superior Court, dated January 15th, 2025, 4 months ago. Preliminary petition for conservatorship. Evaluation, petitioner, Nathaniel Payne. My blood goes cold. He filed 4 months ago. Preliminary filing, heads up to the court that he might petition formally, requires medical documentation to proceed. I scroll, attached psychological evaluation. Dr. Ramon Alvarez, licensed clinical psychologist. Evaluation date, January 8th. I was in Sedona that week, 3-day golf trip with Ted Henderson. I never met this doctor. I know. Archer taps the screen. That's why I had my investigator dig deeper. Dr. Alvarez wrote that I demonstrated significant short-term memory deficits during our January 8th meeting. Here's what I actually demonstrated on January 8th. A birdie on the 7th hole at Sedona Golf Resort. Hit a beautiful approach shot from 145 yards, landed it 6 feet from the pin. I remember exactly because Ted took a photo. My memory's so bad I can recall a golf shot from 4 months ago down to the yardage. Devastating cognitive decline. $15,000, Archer says. Wire transfer, January 5th, from Nathaniel's business account to Alvarez Psychological Services. That's fraud, perjury, criminal conspiracy, yeah. Wednesday, we visit Alvarez's office, Rosalind and me, pretending to be potential clients. The receptionist smiles, professional, practiced. Are you looking for forensic evaluation services? Potentially, Rosalind says. Conservatorship assessment. Dr. Alvarez specializes in those. Very thorough. Uses multiple assessment methods, interviews, testing, even reviews video evidence if provided. Video evidence? I keep my voice casual. Some families provide home monitoring footage, shows daily functioning, behavior patterns. Very helpful for accurate assessment. Rosalind and I exchange glances. He just completed a case like that, the receptionist continues. Very comprehensive video documentation. She lowers her voice. Between us? I think the family might have been overly zealous. Hours and hours of video. Who does that? My daughter does that. Indeed, I say. Who does that? Friday, restraining order hearing. Ruby files claiming I threatened her at the Scottsdale meeting, made her fear for her safety. Ruby filed a restraining order, claiming I made her fear for her safety. This is the same woman who installed cameras in my bathroom. I should file a counter-restraining order. Ruby Garrett Payne must stay 500 feet away from all surveillance equipment, home security systems, and spy novels. For my safety. Judge reviews Rosalind's evidence, the surveillance footage, audio recordings. Ruby claiming fear while simultaneously monitoring me for 6 weeks. Motion denied. The judge doesn't look at Ruby. Ms. Garrett Payne, I'm warning you about abusive process. We walk out. Ruby sits pale and shaking, realizing her legal moves are backfiring. Saturday night, I sit alone in my study, looking at family photo from 10 years ago. Ruby's college graduation. She's smiling, arms around me, proud daughter. Before Nathaniel, before the debt, before everything went wrong. The foreclosure papers sit unsigned on my desk. This would take their house. Everything. I pick up the pen, put it down. Picked it up again. They'd done worse to me. I sign. Sunday evening, I'm preparing for Monday. Rosalind calls it the nuclear option. Filing everything. Criminal referral, ethics complaint, court motion, phone rings, unknown number. Mr. Garrett, this is Dr. Ramon Alvarez, the fake evaluation doctor, calling me directly. I know who you are. I need to speak with you, urgently, in person. Why would I meet with you? Because I'm about to lose everything, my license, my practice, probably my freedom, and I need you to know something. What's that? Nathaniel Payne lied to me. When he hired me, he said you'd consented to the evaluation, that you'd scheduled a session for January 8th, but canceled. He said the video footage was from security cameras you'd installed. He said you'd signed releases. None of that is true. I know that now. I tried to contact you through what I thought was your phone number. Turned out to be Nathaniel's. Everything I thought was from you was from him. I've been duped, Mr. Garrett, and I'm willing to testify. Against him, against your daughter, all of it. I sit down slowly. Why? Why would you help me? Because I'm 52. I've built this practice for 20 years. I have 2 daughters in college. I need tuition money. And Nathaniel Payne offered me $15,000 to write an evaluation I thought was legitimate. Now I find out it was fraud. If I don't cooperate, I lose my license, my career, everything. You're trying to save yourself. Yes, absolutely. But I'm also trying to do the right thing. Finally. What do you want? Immunity. Help me get immunity in exchange for testimony. I'll give you everything. The real story, the documents, the footage, all of it. Rosalind, listening on speaker, nods, mouths. This is huge. I'll talk to my attorney. She'll contact you. Thank you. Mr. Garrett, I'm sorry. For what it's worth. It's worth exactly nothing, but your testimony might be worth something. I hang up. Archer, sitting nearby. Did that just happen? The doctor wants to flip on Nathaniel. That's game over, for them. Rosalind smiles. Not a nice smile. Not yet, but it will be. Her phone buzzes. She reads. Face changes. What? Ruby just filed for divorce. From Nathaniel. Emergency filing, Sunday evening. Claims he coerced her into illegal activities, and she fears for her safety. I stare. She's cutting him loose. Throwing him under the bus to save herself. Smart, actually. If she cooperates against him, she might avoid prison. What about Nash and Adeline? They're minors, not culpable, but they'll need somewhere to live if both parents go to prison. The weight of that hangs. Archer looks at me. They're going to come to you. Ruby will. She'll beg. Promise anything. And you need to decide right now. Are you the merciful father or the man they tried to destroy? I look at the ceiling. I'll let you know when she arrives. Monday morning, 8 a.m. I'm making coffee when the doorbell rings. Ruby stands on my porch. She looks like she aged 10 years in 1 week, hair unbrushed, yesterday's makeup smeared, yoga pants and wrinkled t-shirt. Not the polished real estate agent from 3 weeks ago. Dad, can I come in? I step aside. She enters like she's walking to her execution. In the kitchen, Archer sits with his laptop. When Ruby sees him, she stops. You flew down. I did. To help Dad against me? To help Dad, period. She looks at me. I filed for divorce last night. I heard. I'm cooperating with authorities against Nathaniel. I'll tell them everything. Convenient timing. Dad, please. I know what we did was wrong. Do you? Tell me what you know. She starts crying. Nathaniel convinced me, said we'd lose everything, the house, the kids' schools. I was desperate. Archer, so you put cameras in Dad's bathroom? That's desperation. I know how it sounds. It sounds like you're a criminal. Archer, please. I made mistakes, but Nathaniel was driving this. He hired Dr. Alvarez. He installed the cameras. I just went along. I pour coffee. Don't offer her any. You signed documents. You participated. You lied to neighbors. Because I was scared of Nathaniel, of losing everything. And now I'm divorced, or will be. I'm cooperating with authorities. I'll testify against him, all of it. But Dad, please don't press charges against me. Nash and Adeline need me. They can't lose both parents. I pause, long. I need time to think about this. Her face lights up. Hope. Really? You're my daughter. That counts for something. But trust? That's gone, Ruby. That'll take years to rebuild, if ever. I understand. I'll do anything to make this right. She leaves, believes she's made progress. Riff's device in her car records her immediate phone call. I just left. It went well. Nathaniel's voice. He believed you? I think so. I cried, did the whole "you forced me" thing. He looked torn up. Good. If he drops charges against you, he didn't say he would, but he's considering. Keep pressure on. You keep playing victim with him. I'll handle Alvarez. What if Alvarez talks? He won't. I made it clear what happens if he does. You threatened him? I clarified his options. There's a difference. I listened to the recording. Cold rage returns. All her tears were performance. That same Monday, Nathaniel visits Alvarez's office. Security camera catches everything. Dr. Alvarez, we need to talk. Mr. Payne, you shouldn't be here. No, you shouldn't be talking to lawyers or anyone about our arrangement. Our arrangement was based on lies. I said what I needed to say to get the evaluation. That's fraud. Only if someone talks. If we both stay quiet, it's a private matter. But here's the thing, doctor. I have nothing to lose. You have everything to lose. Your practice, your reputation, your freedom. Is that a threat? It's a reality check. Stay quiet. This blows over. Alvarez immediately contacts Rosalind, provides the footage. Thursday morning, Nathaniel gets a call. Your emergency hearing is scheduled, Friday morning. He calls Ruby. We got the hearing, tomorrow. We might actually win this. They celebrate. First time they've agreed on anything in a week. Friday morning, courtroom. They arrive ready to present their case. Judge Morrison enters, looks grim. Before we begin, I need to address new information. Mr. Payne, Ms. Garrett Payne, did either of you have knowledge that the psychological evaluation submitted in January was fabricated? Silence. Judge, Dr. Alvarez contacted this court yesterday, provided sworn statement that he never met Mr. Alonzo Garrett, that the evaluation was created based solely on video footage, that he was paid $15,000, and that Mr. Payne misrepresented the circumstances. Nathaniel's face drains. Judge, additionally, I have security footage of Mr. Payne attempting to intimidate Dr. Alvarez. I have recorded phone conversations suggesting ongoing conspiracy, and I have testimony regarding illegal surveillance. Ruby starts crying, real tears this time. Judge, this hearing is canceled. This petition is dismissed, and I'm referring this matter to the county attorney for criminal investigation. Their victory lasted 8 minutes. The courthouse steps photo was perfect. Nathaniel with his hand up trying to block cameras, mouth open mid-denial, looking exactly like every guilty person I arrested in 30 years. Ruby covering her face, running, crying. The Phoenix New Times headline, local couple accused of elder fraud involving fake psych, eval and hidden cameras. Not quite the newspaper feature they had hoped for. Friday afternoon, reporters waiting. Mr. Payne, did you fabricate psychological evaluation? Ms. Garrett Payne, did you install surveillance cameras in your father's home? Flashes, cameras, microphones, local news that evening. Valley family drama takes criminal turn. By evening, stories on Reddit. Local Phoenix subreddit explodes. Ruby's professional Facebook page bombarded with comments. Her broker calls, Ruby, you need to take a leave of absence, indefinitely. This publicity, we can't have this associated with our firm. Saturday, Frank Henderson knocks on my door. Saw the news. Jesus, Alonzo, we had no idea it was that bad. It was worse. Marcia wants you to know. Anything you need, we're here. By Sunday, 3 neighbors have dropped off meals. Ruby and Nathaniel's house. Lights off, curtains drawn. Neighbors avoid eye contact. Social pariah status achieved. Friday evening at their house. Nathaniel's pacing. Computer open to flight prices. Mexico, Canada, anywhere. We could leave before arraignment, just disappear. And become fugitives with 2 kids. Better than prison. They'll find us. So, what's your plan, Ruby? Cooperate. Tell them everything. Hope for leniency. Leniency? We fabricated medical records. We put cameras in your father's house. You committed fraud. You hired Alvarez. You signed the petition. You participated. Because you convinced me. Screaming now. Nash and Adeline hiding upstairs. 3 a.m. Saturday. Ruby can't sleep. Googles Arizona women's prison. Reads stories. Panics more. Calls me. Block number. Calls Archer. Blocked. Calls Rosalind. Voicemail says, this office does not represent you. Writes email at 4 a.m. Dad, please. Nash and Adeline need me. Please don't let them take me away from my kids. No response. She breaks down. Realizes she's completely alone. Monday morning. My doorbell rings. 2 county sheriff's deputies. Behind them, Ruby and Nathaniel, handcuffed. Mr. Garrett, Detective Sarah Chen, we're executing arrest warrants, fraud, perjury, conspiracy, surveillance violations. Before we transport them, Ms. Garrett Payne requested to speak with you. I look at my daughter, really look at her, hair uncombed, no makeup, handcuffs, rock bottom. Dad, her voice breaks. Nash and Adeline, please, don't let them go into foster care. Please take them, or let Archer take them, but not the system. First genuine request she's made. Not manipulation, just a mother begging. I'll take care of them. They'll be fine. Thank you. She's crying. I'm sorry for everything. I know it's too late, but thank you for this. Ruby, yeah, I do forgive you. Eventually, not today, maybe not for years, but eventually. She nods, can't speak. Deputies lead them to squad cars, separate cars. The marriage that destroyed a family ends in separate police vehicles. Archer appears beside me. Nash and Adeline? I'll get them this afternoon. Social workers with them. Bring them here. They shouldn't be alone. Are you sure? They're my grandchildren. This isn't their fault. We watch the police cars drive away. Phoenix morning sun, heat building. Going to be one day today. My phone rings. Detective Chen. Mr. Garrett, there's something you should know. Nathaniel just asked for his lawyer. Said he has information about Ruby. Says she was the mastermind. He was just following her instructions. He's willing to testify against her for reduced charges. I close my eyes. Even now, even at the end, they're still turning on each other. The DA will contact you. Both trials. Probably September. Both trials? They'll be tried separately. Ruby's lawyer is filing for severance. They're going to blame each other. I hang up. Archer? What? Nathaniel's testifying against Ruby. Ruby will testify against him. They're eating each other alive. Behind us, Riff appears, laptop under arm. Mr. Garrett, there's something you need to see. The surveillance footage from the restaurant. There's a section we missed, from 2 weeks before this started. And Ruby and Nathaniel are discussing this with someone else, a third person, someone who was helping them plan. My stomach drops. Who? Can't see their face, but based on the conversation, I think it might be Ruby's lawyer, Randall Foster. I think he's been in on this from the beginning. July 28th, Maricopa County Superior Court, Department 14. The courtroom smells like furniture polish and stale coffee. I've been in 100 courtrooms over 30 years, as witness, as expert, as the guy who helped put criminals away. Never thought I'd be here because my daughter tried to steal my house. Judge Patricia Morrison presiding. 62, reputation for no-nonsense rulings. Perfect. Nathaniel sits at one table with his new lawyer. Ruby sits separately, different table, different lawyer. Being tried together, but their criminal cases are separate. The marriage is over and everything but paperwork. I sit with Rosalind. Archer's in the gallery behind me. Riff's there too, holding his laptop like it's evidence. In a way, it is. The bailiff calls court to order. This is it. Rosalind presents evidence methodically. 3 hours of systematic destruction. First, audio recording from the restaurant. Nathaniel's voice clear. Once conservatorship goes through, we sell the house immediately. $580 value, clear about $600 after paying debts. Judge Morrison looks at Nathaniel. Mr. Payne, is that your voice? Yes, but context. We'll get to context. Continue, Ms. Webb. Second, proof I was in Sedona, January 8th. Photos, receipts, witness testimony from Ted Henderson. The evaluation couldn't have happened. Third, Dr. Alvarez's video deposition. His face fills a screen. I accepted payment to create an evaluation based solely on provided video footage. I never met Mr. Garrett. Fourth, Riff testifies. I discovered 8 cameras broadcasting from Mr. Garrett's home, recorded 6 weeks of footage showing petitioners discussing their plans. Nathaniel's lawyer tries. This witness engaged in illegal surveillance himself. Riff, I intercepted an open broadcast. They were transmitting on unsecured network. Judge Morrison, the cameras were installed without consent. That's what's illegal. Continue. Fifth, financial documents. Nathaniel's $290 in debts. Clear motive. Sixth, Dr. Yamamoto's evaluation. Mr. Garrett demonstrates excellent cognitive function, 95th percentile for his age. Nathaniel takes the stand, attempts defense. I was concerned about his welfare. Rosalind plays the recording about asset liquidation. He stammers, contradicts himself. Caught. Ruby takes the stand, breaks down. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I was wrong. Even her own lawyer looks disgusted. Judge Morrison calls recess, returns with her ruling. This conservatorship petition is denied. Evidence of fraud is overwhelming and disturbing. Ruby's face crumbles, not careful tears, real collapse, shoulders shake, the sound of someone who knows they destroyed everything. Nathaniel sits frozen, closes his eyes, doesn't open them for a full minute. Furthermore, Judge Morrison continues, I'm referring this matter to the county attorney for criminal prosecution. Petitioners shall return $50,000, gift plus 20% penalties. Restraining order granted. Petitioners shall pay Mr. Garrett's legal fees. This ruling will be filed publicly. Nathaniel's lawyer, request for stay pending appeal? Denied. There's nothing to appeal except your client's poor judgment. We're adjourned. Gavel. Complete, public, total defeat. Judge Morrison looks at me. Mr. Garrett, do you wish to make a statement? I stand, turn to face Ruby and Nathaniel. I spent 30 years as a forensic psychologist. I evaluated hundreds of people for competency. I know what cognitive decline looks like. I know what desperation looks like. And I know what greed looks like. Pause. Ruby, you're my daughter. I raised you to be better than this. Nathaniel, you married into my family and tried to destroy it. Both of you put cameras in my bathroom. Both of you fabricated medical records. Both of you planned to take my home. Another pause. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed, and I'm done. You wanted my house, my money, my life. You don't get any of it. What you get is consequences. I sit. Thank you, Mr. Garrett, Judge Morrison says. Well said. Afterward, in the hallway, Frank and Marcia Henderson wait. We heard. It's over? It's over. Marcia hugs me. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. Me too. We walk out into July Phoenix heat. 103 degrees. Feels good after the freezing courtroom. Riff appears. Mr. Garrett, that was incredible. Evidence destroyed them. We just presented it. Still, you won. I look at the courthouse behind me. Yeah, I won. But I don't feel like celebrating. I feel tired and old and sad that it came to this. Archer sees it. You okay? I will be, eventually. August 18th, 3 weeks after the courthouse. Feels like 3 years. Nathaniel was arrested August 3rd. Fraud, perjury, conspiracy. Bail set at $50,000, ironic amount, which he couldn't make. He's been in Maricopa County Jail since. His business is bankrupt. His BMW repossessed. His house in foreclosure. Dr. Alvarez lost his license. State Psychology Board voted unanimously to revoke. He's working at a call center now. $40 an hour psychologist to $12 an hour phone support. Ruby avoided arrest, barely. She cooperated fully, testified against Nathaniel. The county attorney decided not to charge her. Secondary participant manipulated by primary actor. I'm not sure I believe that, but I'm not the prosecutor. Nash and Adeline are living with me temporarily. Archer flies down every other week. We're working on permanent arrangement. Probably Vancouver once school year ends. My doorbell rings, Tuesday afternoon. I know who it is. Ruby stands on my porch. She looks 10 years older, hair graying at temples, lost weight, jeans and plain t-shirt, no jewelry, no makeup. Dad, can I come in? I step aside. She walks to the living room where this started, sees the spot where the smoke detector was. Empty now. Nash and Adeline here? School. They'll be home at 3. She sits on the couch. I take the chair. Silence for a full minute. I came to apologize. Really apologize. Not like before. Okay? I know what I did was unforgivable. The cameras, the fake evaluation, everything. I know I destroyed our relationship. I know Nash and Adeline are ashamed of me. I know I chose money over you. Her voice cracks. Nathaniel's in jail. The house is being foreclosed. I lost my real estate license. I'm living in a studio apartment in Tempe, working at Target, stocking shelves. That's what my life is now. Is this the part where I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? She flinches. No, I don't expect sympathy. I just want you to know I understand what I did. Not just that it was illegal, that it was evil. Putting cameras in your bathroom, planning to take your house, treating you like an asset to be liquidated. Tears now, real ones. I don't know what happened to me, Dad. Nathaniel, the debt, being scared, and I chose to do it anyway. I knew it was wrong. I chose the easy wrong instead of the hard right. She looks at me. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I don't deserve it. But I needed you to know I'm sorry. Really, genuinely sorry. I look at my daughter. This woman I raised. This woman who put cameras in my bathroom. Ruby, I spent 30 years as a forensic psychologist. You know how many criminals I interviewed who said, I'm sorry? She waits. All of them. Every single one. And you know what I learned? Sorry doesn't undo damage. Sorry doesn't give me back the 6 weeks you surveilled me. Sorry doesn't erase finding cameras in my own bathroom. Her face crumbles. But I also learned that people can change. Rarely. Not often, but sometimes. And holding grudges just poisons the person holding them. I lean forward. So, here's what I'm going to say. I believe you're sorry. I believe you regret this. But Ruby, I don't forgive you. Not today. Maybe not ever. Forgiveness isn't a light switch. It's a process. And right now, I'm still too hurt. I understand. But I'm not cutting you off forever. Nash and Adeline need their mother. Not the one who commits crimes. The one you could be if you fix yourself. Get therapy. Get your life together. Prove you're not that person anymore. How long will that take? I don't know. Years, probably. Maybe never. But if you do the work, real work, then maybe someday we can talk again. As father and daughter. Not as victim and criminal. She nods, wipes tears. Can I see them, Nash and Adeline? That's up to them. They're old enough to decide. I won't stop you from asking, but I won't force them either. Fair. She stands, walks to the door, turns back. Dad, thank you. For not completely destroying me. You could have. I know, but I raised you to be better than this. Maybe someday you'll prove I was right. She leaves. I sit alone in my living room. Victory doesn't feel like I thought it would. Evening, Archer and Riff on my porch, lemonade, Phoenix summer tradition. She came by? Archer asks. Yeah, Apologized. You believe her? I believe she's sorry. Whether she's changed, that takes time. You going to forgive her? Not today, maybe someday, maybe never. I sip lemonade. But I don't want to spend the rest of my life angry at my daughter, even if she deserves it. Riff. That's pretty generous, Mr. Garrett. It's not generous, it's self-preservation. Hatred eats the hater. My phone rings. Nash. Grandpa, can I come by? I want to talk about Mom. Of course, you're always welcome here. She called me, said she wants to see us. What do you want to do? I don't know. Part of me wants to see her, part of me never wants to see her again. Is that bad? No, that's normal. She's your mom, you love her, but she hurt you. Both feelings are okay. Are you going to forgive her? Eventually, not today, but eventually. Because she's my daughter and I love her, even when I don't like her. Can I come by, like now? I smile, first genuine smile in weeks. Yeah, kid, come by. 6 months later, Nathaniel's trial ended, guilty, 42 months federal prison. Ruby testified against him, his final act, screaming at her in court. This is all your fault, revealing himself to the end. Nash and Adeline moved to Vancouver last week. House feels empty, but peacefully so. Archer calls every day, kids adjusting well, new school, new friends. Ruby texts occasionally. How are you? Thinking of you, I respond briefly. I'm fine. Talk soon. Small steps, not forgiveness yet, but not active anger either. Progress. Riff stops by, shows me his AI security project. Kid's going to be successful. Already has tech company internship offer. Mr. Garrett, you ever regret fighting back? I consider this. No, it would have been easier to just give them money, but it wouldn't have been right. They needed consequences. I needed to stand up for myself, and Nash and Adeline needed to see that there are boundaries. So it was worth it? Worth it? I don't know. It cost a lot. My relationship with Ruby, my peace of mind, 6 months of stress. But if I hadn't fought back, I'd be in assisted living right now. So, yeah, it was worth it. Later, Nash calls. Grandpa, I made the soccer team. JV. I smile. Real smile. That's great, Nash. I'm proud of you. Adeline wants to talk. Adeline's voice. Grandpa, when are you visiting? Uncle Archer said maybe spring break? Maybe. I'll check flights. Promise? Promise. They hang up. I sit in the fading light. House empty. Family scattered. Life changed. But I'm still here. Still in my house. Still independent. Still myself. The battle's over. I won. But victory looks different than I imagined. Less triumphant. More complicated. A daughter lost. Grandchildren distant. Peace disturbed. But also, justice served. Dignity intact. Self-respect maintained. I pour another glass of lemonade. Watch the sunset. Tomorrow I'll play golf with Ted. Friday. Riff's installing new security. Next week, coffee with Frank and Marcia. Life continues, slower, quieter, different. But mine, the mountain air of my next breath feels clean. I breathe it in, all of it. If you like this story, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your impressions of this story in the comments. To listen to the next story, click on the box on the left. Thank you for watching.